Hello. So I saw an interesting question on Discord, and I will try to create what the user is expecting. So on Discord, I saw a grid made of cubes. So we'll use grid points and draw mesh at points. And let's add a cube mesh. Let's pin draw mesh at points, and we get this. And let's take a look at grid point, and here we have the scale. .1, so I will increase it until I see the cubes. I get this. Let's keep increasing the scale. Right, so the idea is to move the cubes that are on the exterior and keep the cube inside static. So to move everything, we can use add noise. Then we get this result, and if I play with the phase, everything, the cubes are jiggling like this. But I really like to reduce the frequency to something like 0.05 and increase the strength to like something like 20. And then we get this effect, which I find really cool. But how to make the cubes that are inside static? So yesterday in the meetup, I saw something interesting. It's called select point with SDF. So we can use this. Nothing is happening because we need this SDF field here. So I will use a sphere. And still nothing happening. And if we take a look at select point with SDF, we see that it writes to F1. Let's check add noise, and we can use the strength factor as F1. So everything went back to normal and nothing is moving anymore. Here for the phase, I will add time. So I don't need to move the phase myself. So why nothing is moving? I remember. So I increased the scale quite a lot. And since the size mode is cell, this is a very large set of cubes, since one cube has a scale of 1. So it's like the scale here, it's like 10. Like more than 10, it's 12 something. So here the sphere radius is 0.5, so it's small sphere. So I will increase the sphere. And now we see that the cubes that are inside are moving, but not the cube on the outer part of the sphere. And by the way, in order to see better what I'm doing, I can use remarch field. Remarch field, and I will add a group. And we connect this remarch field at the bottom of the group, and then pin the group. This remarch field, I will set its color to something transparent, translucent. So now when I increase the size of the ball, of the sphere, we can see you get this effect, which is already quite nice. The time is quite slow, so I will increase the time speed like this. Yeah, it's already more fun. But what if we want the opposite? So inside select point with SDF, there is this selection range and a range of 1. So I will set the range to -1. And now we can see that the cubes that are inside the sphere, let's make it yellow. So the points that are inside the sphere are not moving, and the ones that are outside are being affected by add noise. And it's already really fun, so we can play like this. So maybe we can animate radius here with anim value and set the amplitude to 7. And maybe use wave. Mm-hmm. So in the example that I've seen, there was no, I think the cube were not, they didn't have any rotation. So if I want to avoid this rotation, what can I do? I think I can, here I can add set point attributes. And here there is set rotation, and the rotation is set to 0. So I will check this box. And now the cubes remained in their original orientation. Of course, here we see the rotation axis is Z. So if I play with this, should be able to, we should see the cube spinning. So we can also animate this, could be fun. So we are not limited to a sphere. Here we can try a cube. No, I think it's box SDF. Yes. So let's try with the box. Let's replace the sphere. And once again, the box is too small, so let's increase the size. But what if I don't want the moving cubes to go inside? I have no idea how I will solve this. So I want to try something where we also have something called frame, box frame SDF. So again, we need to increase its scale. And we get this, so the thickness should be bigger. And maybe I will bypass the noise for a moment so I can see what I'm doing. And now I expect only those cubes that are inside the SDF that they will move. So let's. Okay, so they became static. So I think so we need to go here and set the range to 1. And that's also fun. Maybe I can clamp the position. It would be interesting to clamp the original position of the cube, so they can go only outside and not inside. How can I do this? For this, I think I will need a custom point shader. So custom point shader, and this is going to be tricky for me, but we will see. So here in custom point shader, we will have to write some code. We already see that it's doing something, so I can comment those lines. Let's comment everything. I will never succeed, but it's fun to try. So take P position equal clamp E position again, and then we need to you hear me thinking? So let's try a notification. That's fine. Let's just say P position plus 1000. In this. Is it working? I don't know. I think I failed to compile. If I comment this line, it's fine. If I uncomment it, it's broken. Maybe I just don't remember how clamp is working. Let me check. Okay, so I'm stupid. I need we need this to stay P position, and then we need the min and max. So this is the min, and let's add the max. So let's say the min position and the max P position. So nothing is changing. Plus so now I realize that in fact I would need the position from here, not from here. Can we do this? Oh, we can't do this. Could I store the position from here and bring it here? I need to add another input to custom point shader. Yeah. Oh. Maybe we can use blend points. This. Now if I play with blend factor, I go back to the original position and then I can. There, that's a total fail. Okay, so my idea was bad. Let's go back with the box. I still want to. Maybe I need to move to scale everything up. Let's try transform points. And then but this is transforming everything. Oh, we have a strength factor, so maybe I can use F1. Let's try again. Oh, nice. And that's pretty cool. So now I have those points. The points that are inside the box SDF are static. And those that are outside are moving. So if I... Oh, sorry, I closed my parameter window, so it's not convenient. So let's put it back here. If I reduce the scale of the box, we get this. That's not bad, that's pretty cool. So we can imagine that each layer would explode on the bit, and then go back. Could be a fun VG scene. Bye custom point shader. And what if I bypass set point attribute? I think I like it better like this. I prefer like this. So what else we can do? What can we do? What more we can do? Can we do something more? We can color the cubes. So let's imagine we don't have this remarch field. Let's disable it. And I want the moving cubes to be another color. So for this, I will use the box SDF as well. And let's connect it to SDF to color. And I have two colors, so black and white. So let's try yellow and pinkish, magenta. So this SDF to color, I can connect it to draw mesh at points. It has a color field. And now we get this. So what is happening when I change the scale of my cube? Oh. So in SDF to color, we have plenty of options. I think we can try ping pong or repeat. Oh no. Oh, that's ugly. I think we need to change the color of the point before. So instead of using SDF to color here, let's type attribute. Set attribute with point field. Those pointers should be at the top. Anyway. So let's make a bit of space. Maybe I don't need the blend point. And here we have this field points input, so I believe we can connect. No? Oh, I can't connect anything here. Field point. Control the modification field, not that count is clamped to 10. So not this one. Sad. I'm sad. What else do we have? So type attribute. Map point attribute? No. point color we filled. Okay, we have SDF field input. Oh, nice. So this SDF to color, let's go back to centered. Better. Maybe if I don't want the salmon color in the center, I will simply change the interpolation to hold. So now I can control each layer. Why? We can separate the colors like this. It's pretty cool. I believe if I change the scale of the box, well, it's a style. I'll go back to interpolation mode linear. Let's say we color, I will set it to white, or yeah, let's set it to white. I will increase the luminosity to something like can control, hold control and drag this like this. And you will see in a minute why I'm doing this. So let's play with the box scale. Let's add a camera and a render target. Let's pin the render target. And now the camera is too close. So we need to move the camera out. And we can also select the camera here and then can move the camera around. If I reset the camera, use the mouse wheel, and then let's make it like this. Oh, what's happening? Okay, well, don't keep the hand on the keyboard. So let's animate this. We have anim value. And the amplitude, I will set it to 12. Oh, amplitude 12. So let's make the rate 0.5. And let's use zigzag. Maybe let's set the amplitude to 13. So now why did I crank this white color so bright? So I add one of my favorite effects, bloom. Yeah, it's already more funky. Maybe this white is too white. Go back to the normal mode and normal brightness control. Okay. There's also something else I want to add is the God's Ray. God rays. Ooh. So what do we need for the God rays? We need an image. We need a depth buffer. So for the depth buffer, we need to catch this small triangle, click, select depth buffer. Oh, I can't. Okay, so click, and I can drag it here. And we need the camera reference. So here, camera reference. And the light position. So we have a light. We don't have a light. So let's add a light. Point light. And its position right now it's 0, but I will extract this. So I hold Control and click. And I will take this position and bring it to God's ray. So what's happening? We have this kind of cool God rays effect. Maybe I will move the light position. Okay. So I will reset my camera position. Move the camera only on Z. Like this. So 65. What's nice also is that the group can rotate. So instead of rotating the camera, I will rotate this. So we can have fun, like adding animate 3 and use Perl noise signed. Let's set the amplitude to 360, and that's way too fast. Let's make the right factor to 1.1. And we lost our bloom. So do I put the bloom here or after? So let's try here in between. I think that's cool. Make a pause. So these God rays, those God rays are a bit too white. So we have a glow gradient here. So let's make something orange. No, I mean bloom here. So code rays, ray colors. Can do something like this. Ooh, it's cool. Of course, we can change the noise. Plenty of good opportunities to make it more or less noisy. Let's try 6. So what I want to do now is to make sure that this is in sync with the beat, the BPM. So right now my BPM is 1020, 120, 120. And if we look here, let's add something to see what if it's on the BPM. So I will add radial gradient. I want to make a square texture, and I will use it as a layer 2D. And let's add it here with executor group. So now I have my big radial gradient in front of everything. Maybe I can put it in back of everything. Yeah. But that was not my main idea. So let's bring it in front. Change the scale to 25. Okay, I understand what's happening here. So we have the final render here, so maybe I don't need this. I will add a layer to the ear and second layer to the ear, and then use the group. Here I'll render target. Let's pin this one. Now I have this overlay. And let's move the layer to the say here. And let's animate its size with anim value. And I set the rate to 4. That doesn't look synced at all. Maybe I can. Instead of using this anim value to change the scale, I'll copy this anim value here. Control V for duplicate. And I'm thinking So we have this uniform scale from 1 . I need to trigger this value to evolve and make sure that it's happening on the bit. If we set to 12, like this. 13. From 13, so 12.5, and we need to go from 12.5 to 10. So I will use a float. Take float from list. Here I have a list. So 12.5, 10. Here I will use is. Let's connect it to the uniform scale. So now, if I set the index from 0, so now we have our 12.5. So if I click on plus, get this really fast animation. So the ease is too fast. Let's double it. So the direction is in out. So what is happening inside is, if I pin is, you see what's happening. Get this curve. So if I select, instead of using out, in out I will select only out. And now do like this. Does it look better? So we need more values in order to continue the so we remove 2, so let's set 8. Let's see. Jack. Let's add one more. 6. Boom. So we are at index 3 and it's not exactly what I want. Not bad. Let's keep it like this. So we have 4 bit. So how can I animate this index? I will use count int, and I will connect was it from this anim value to trigger increment. And the result, I will connect it to not to is to the index of big float. Okay. And this is the moment where I need a ping pong. Because right now it's making modulo, so it's always going back, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's say it's fine. So you can imagine on the beat, boom, 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 boom. I'm bad at singing. Kind of annoying that it's doing this. So we need to make some, to build some logic. So I still want my original ID. So let's reset that count int. So what is happening? I will add a trigger here. Reset again. It's not fun without the visual, so. So when I trigger, I get from 0 to 1. And I trigger again, I get to 2. And 3. And we are back to 4. Maybe I can add one more. Now let's keep it like this. Zero, 1, 2, 3. And once we reach 3, we want to go back to 2. I really need the ping pong. Would make life so much easier. We don't have a ping pong. We have Anim int. Yeah, anim int. It looks like a good candidate. Kind of why it's 2000 something. So not anim int. Maybe sequence anim. So here we can type our sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. And how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we are missing one. No. Let's give it 3 times 3. So now we have 8 steps. If I do like 4, 3, then we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So sequence anim is outputting a float, so we will convert it into int. Float to int. And let's connect it here. It's not doing anything, so we need to output mode to character value. But the issue is here we need an extra step. This rate, let's divide it by. Oh, but we have only, how much layer do we have of cubes? 1, 2, 3. Much better. Get rid of this. Yeah, I think that's cool. So we have a fun, small animation for VJing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so I'm not really happy with my, you can see, become purple, and then it's still a bit white. So I need to tweak those values. It's fine. It's fine as well. Index 2, so that's index 3, fine. And index 4. See, that's the it's hard to see inside, but we see that those cubes are not becoming full purple. think that's fine now. So let's animate it again. We don't need this anymore. So we can do more stuff, like animating the camera, for example. We can use change this value. And the speed here. Okay, so I want to test this. So I've created this, and I will add a layer 2D here. Then select everything, symbol definition, combine into new type. Let's call it export. No. My scene. Pit. Let's combine. Get rid of the layer 2D.